Hey, it's Neil. I'm doing a project overview of Android Holiday 2017. This was my first project with Left Field Labs. So when the experience was live, I did a screen recording, and right now I just took that screen recording and I'm going to scrub through it. So that was Android.com, and now we're on Android.com/holiday. And this was the experience. It was a microsite type experience. Meant to be a brand love project. That's what we were calling it. And my role was handling all the UI design, the interaction design, animations, doing a lot of front-end prototypes. So we had other designers on the team from Huge, the Bogota office, who we were embedded with, and they were handling a lot of the illustrations. They really knocked it out of the park. Laura was giving creative director from Left Field Labs, and I was working really closely with the developers to handle a lot of these animations. So, if I let this play, that was some cool sound design. I found this sound designer at Google. His name is Sam, and we worked with him to get a whole library of sounds. So that was something that I prototyped, and I'm really glad I made it in. I took some of the illustrations that Laura and the designers had made, and I sort of made like an explosion out of it anytime you click anywhere above the skyline, and that's just totally an Easter egg. Like, there's no signifier for that, and that's what at least I saw as my role in the project, is just make it as fun as possible, like add as many Easter eggs as you can. And then up here, like, there are these really subtle indicators for when there's going to be a dialogue, and that's going to link out to another page on Android.com. So that kind of UI design, I was in charge of too. Which, now as I'm looking at it, looks pretty dated. Like, these modals look pretty dated, but at the time, like, that was Android's visual design language. That was like core material design. That sushi, which we really needed, it was like a big priority for us to get in. And then that sushi just sort of became like a symbol of the project. We had a poster of it too. It was in the office for like a year. Right, and then getting into scene 3, there's actually a parallax on the scroll. So like, as you just scroll as you would vertically, and the scene moves horizontally, which was a cool interaction. Yeah, so there was a unique sound on all of these different hotspots. Right. Oh, and the snow too. So I prototyped the snow. Like, all of these prototypes are in Pixie.js and Anime.js, and then I worked with the developers to get it live on the site. So this actually changes, the snowfall changes direction to follow your mouse, and if you idle on the page, like if you leave and then come back an hour later, the whole screen will have filled up with snow. It accumulates, and then if you move your mouse again, it'll all clear out. So, it was those interactions that were just so fun to put in. And, we had a lot more that obviously didn't make the cut, but for all the ones that made it in, I'm really happy they did. So yeah, that's Android Holiday Village 2017. First project with Left Field Labs.